Okay, then I pose you this question. Do you feel that the extended family, so your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, have a big role in the relationship lasting? Starting with you, brother Ethan.
So he goes in, okay, like your relationship with your in-laws.
Yes. Do you feel that that's a very big influence in the relationship lasting?
Of course it is. And it entirely depends on your own relationship with your parents.
Go on.
So if you have a problematic relationship with your parents, your spouse might also have, or your partner might also have a problematic relationship with your parents as well. Because at the end of the day, they kind of adopt the same attitude and approach that you have when it comes to interacting with them. However, at the same time, things can become complicated when your partner's parents like don't approve of you, and then like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because your partner's forced to decide: should I stay with this person because I have feelings for them, or should I listen to my parents? And like, because everyone's seeking their parents' approval at the end of the day.
In some way.
Yeah. At the same time, you have to be your own person. You have to decide for yourself. Like, it's your partner. It's the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So you just have to assess where
the relationship is with your parents.
No, not that. When you find yourself in a situation where your parents-in-law don't approve of you or vice versa, you have to look at where it's coming from and why they're saying this.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's like investigation, yeah.
Of course. Yeah, because maybe they're right. Maybe you two shouldn't be together.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
They know you best. Like, of course, like,
probably like, for instance, maybe your partner is just like abusive or not supportive or just materialistic, or they're not loyal, and your parents see this and they notice it, but they see it in a way that's not apparent to you.
Okay.
Because you're blinded by the light.
Yeah, no,
for sure. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a complicated situation because
love can make you do some crazy things.
Of course, we've all been there, but like,
in terms of marriage.
Yeah.
I think the relationship with your in-laws should also like will definitely affect your relationship.
Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I think it's the same. Because like, ultimately, if your wife's parents don't like you, like, bro, now what are you doing? Like, yeah, man, like, there's no point. Like, they're not happy that their daughter is with you, and that shouldn't be okay with you, bro.
Okay, but let me put you in a common situation. Like, what if it's a xenophobic thing, like it's trying. You have an instance where they don't like you because of the tribe that you come from.
Okay, you do like Shakespeare.
What I mean, generally, morally, bro.
But those,
I don't feel like
here's
the hate should be there, but it does happen.
Yeah, here's a more common one, bro.
Tensions will be there, clashes will be there, but
what if her parents just feel that you're not good enough for her because you haven't achieved enough in life to settle down with her? Maybe let's say it's not even like bad, like terrible. Maybe you're renting and your car is just a regular car, it's just a Toyota Zambia drives Toyota, bro. But their expectations, maybe because of the background they come from, they expected to be with someone who's like well-to-do, bro. Like, what do you do in a situation like that?
Well, in a situation like that, I think if your partner already chose you, like, I really want to be respectful and be like, obviously respect the parents, but like, let's just be honest. The parents already slept with her for so many years. Now it's your turn.
What?
Like, no, honestly.
I get what you say, bro, but oh my days.
Yeah. No, because like it's up to her for her to choose you regardless of whether she knew your financial situation. It means she loves you. Her parents just have to get with the plan. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you've got like managers that you don't want to come through, but they just have to do their job and like just stick to the Bine. And let's
Yeah,
do it for the club.
Anisha, do you agree?
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, generally speaking, like, I feel the influence should not be that much towards their children. When you talk about experience, right? The parents are usually more experienced. And then looking at the background, if a girl's coming from a really good background, and then you have a struggling guy, yes, there might be against that. But for that girl to be with that man, I mean, she has seen something very, very, something of value, or that man has a lot of potential, and they can fight through it and create a better life for the girl that can be even equivalent to what the parents are expecting, or where the parents are lying at that point, you know. So I feel the influence from the parents should not be that much between two individuals, because for them to choose one another is because they found something valuable between
Can I ask you a question?
between both of them. So
Do you have kids?
of course not.
So,
Of course not.
like, don't you feel like if you're put in a situation whereby you take care of someone
Mhm.
for the majority of their life,
Mm.
to date,
Mhm.
don't you feel kind of
Obligated.
not just obligated, but entitled to choose who they get to spend the rest of their life with? Because you do, people feel uneasy. Like they'll be like, my child, they won't manage.
Yeah, because I've done so much.
Mm.
They're used to a certain lifestyle. And
So-
removing that certain lifestyle really makes situations uncomfortable.
Okay, so like I said, between the two individuals, for them to come together, like I said, I'll go back to my same point. They saw something in each other that maybe people outside are not seeing.
Okay.
Men and women both have drive, and if two people come together striving to make something better for themselves, right? So should the parents be entitled, or should they feel a certain level of entitlement because they took care of the child? I wouldn't say yes or no.
It's entitlement to caution.
Caution.
I think it's a bit of both, bro.
It's a bit of both, yes.
Because if you think about it, bro, like the amount of money, let's say we're parents, bro, and we spend so much money to, we've seen our parents like do it for us, like take us to school and everything, bro. They've got the right to come tell you, even if like you're in love, bro, they'll just come to you and start. You even though you're a grown man or what, and you know one day, like I hope it doesn't come to that. Your parents will tell you something you didn't believe they'll ever tell you. And they'll make a point. Let's just be honest. Life is full, ups and downs. So they'll just let you know. I think if your parents are really uncomfortable with the decision of like the person you're going to marry, they'll for sure let you know. They already let you know for leaving ice cream outside. Much more something that means so much, bro. You know what I mean? Your parents are always going to be your parents, but at the same time, in that case, bro, I really love my parents and whatever, and hopefully I always listen to them and get the best advice out of it. But I feel like if you love somebody and you guys have mutually agreed, I think a lot of things don't even the outside people, the outside like commotion, it doesn't really end the relationship, guys.
But I'll pose both of you a question.
Yeah,
I'll start with you and I'll follow to you. What happens if your parents, let's say, based off the fact that they've raised you, they understand you, they know you, they can see something that you don't see in the girl because of their life experience. Let's say you say, this girl, she's humble, she's hardworking, she treats me well, she does all of this. But maybe your parents also see the fact that when you're not in the room or when you're not around her, certain habits start happening. Maybe she likes to gossip a lot. Maybe she likes to start, as people say, for problems here. Okay? So maybe your parents are very aware that my son is blinded. And people like to say lost in the source.
Can I be honest with you?
Because sometimes you have to remember parents have got more life experience. So in certain cases with relationships, there's not much that changes. So they can tell certain behaviors.
But have you noticed something that's always going to remain constant in life,
which is
growth, man. I think there's going to be growth and failure, bro. So like obviously yes, there's certain things that obviously you might not see But there's something that somebody once told me. I think you have to experience certain things to know exactly. Yeah, for you to know exactly what's going on, bro. I feel like through failure comes growth. That's why. That's my point, bro. I feel like obviously you're not going to agree. Even now, you don't 100% agree with everything your parents say. You know. So there's going to be certain things, and I hope it doesn't come to that where they're telling me, obviously, yeah, nah.
I told you so.
I told you so. You know, I don't want that I told you so story. But like if it does come to that, I feel like it depends on the situation at hand at the time. Yeah, we'll see how the scenario pulls off. And I hope the person that I bring to my parents one day they'll love. You know what I mean? I hope it never gets to that situation. But in certain like other individuals that are not as lucky as I'm going to be, like if that ever happens and you make the mistake of not listening to your parents, or you make a decision of not listening to your parents, what I can just say is whatever happens, just learn from it and don't be destroyed or taken down by it.
What about you, brother?
Sorry, I hope you don't mind. Would you refresh the question?
My question.
Guys, who crying now?
So parents disapproved of your partner.
Yeah.
First approval of my partner. Well, I would first want to know why they disapprove of her. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I'm blinded by love, but it's always important to be cautious. Yeah. So if they find something that they don't like or they disapprove of her, I would ask, okay, what exactly have you found not to be okay with this girl?
So what happens when they tell you what they found?
And if they tell me what they found, yeah, if it's something that maybe me and my partner have spoken about, and there's been no change, for example, and they've spoken about, and my parents point out the same thing again, and I'm not seeing any form of change or this person trying to pull away from such habits or whatever it may be, then I might pose a question towards myself and say, is it going to be worth it for me to ignore all of this and just settle for this person? Because, like I said, this is a life partner. This is going to be the woman who's going to bear my children.
So okay, if this girl wasn't mad, like the way we know her like that, so this one your parents should not stop deeping, but then she's like a Christian girl. Like everything that she has, all the assets she has, what are you doing? Are you forgiving your parents? Are you forgiving yourself for ignoring your parents?
Hold on. No. Remember, I clearly said I'll pose the question to myself. Is this someone who I want to bear my kids? Because remember, we're going back to experience. They have more experience than I do. And they know and understand things that I don't, maybe to some extent, and they shouldn't be blinded by love. So if they disapprove, like I said before, I'll ask, why are you disapproving? They tell me why, and if I found that I've spoken to her about it, and she has decided not to change about it, yeah.
Okay.
But she's got the potential, she's got certain qualities that I've seen.
Your parents are not there.
Okay. One question I'd like to pose you guys as we're about to wrap up is this: how long do you think you should invest in your partner after you've told them to change a certain habit and they haven't? I want a specific amount of time.
What did you say? Can you please
Look,
I would say
man,
90 days.
change.
What did you say?
90 days.
That's
To do what? What did you say? I didn't get that.
How long do you think you should invest in your partner after you've asked them to change a specific habit and they don't? He said 90 days. What's your answer to wrap up?
Bro, certain habits are hard to die, bro.
I want a time period.
I don't think you can give. It's like
Kalunga, what's your time
listen, let me
period?
finish before you just start
As long as
going.
you're making progress.
Exactly.
I want the
It's
time
just like
period.
the gym. There's no
There's no time period.
for-
90
bro,
days, no
but
time
like-
period.
Like there's certain things.
Certain
that can
things,
change
bro, when you have boundaries, you cut them off.
Exactly.
So what's that boundary?
But there's, bro, like,
Bro,
really,
this-
people
this
go
so
through
many-
shit,
Exactly.
they change, bro.
I know, how do you take that? No.
The next episode.
We haven't even finished. No, you can't just say that. Don't pause it.